Welcome to Tour Confidential Extra, presented by FootJoy, the #1 shoe in golf. We're talking Jordan Spieth today. When we left off with him at the end of last year, he was the hottest player in the game. No wins yet this year, but he does have a couple of top tens. Gary Van Sickle, Jordan Spieth, 2015. Are you impressed? Are you disappointed? Where has he been as far as your expectations this year?
I think he's been right about on target. You know, we saw him win that event in Orlando, that off-season event, and he played his best golf, and he looked unbelievable, which kind of raised expectations. But the guy is 21. He's barely had his toe in the water out on tour here. I think we have to give him some time. But what disturbs me is, you know, he's not in the top 90 in distance. He's not in the top 100 in accuracy. And short and crooked is a tough way to play the tour. So he's got to overcome that. But he's one of those guys who just finds a way to get the ball in the hole, like Luke Donald did in his prime. And he's got a lot of upside, but I don't think we've seen the best yet. I would say he's not disappointing. I think when the guy's 21, you got to give him time. You know, when he's 25 and if he has to progress, then I'd get worried. But you got to like him so far.
You got to like him so far, but you know, the thing about it is his one victory. He still has this one PGA Tour victory officially. He ended the season last year he was so hot, but the win in Australia, the World Challenge, they didn't count as official wins So for those who take a more cynical view, you might say he's still stuck at one. What do you think?
Well, he's ninth in the world. I mean, believe in the world rankings or not, he is ninth in the world, and he seems to get off to slow starts. I mean, he got off to a slow start in Phoenix, got off to a slow start at Pebble. I'd love to see him, you know, come out of the gate with a 65 or a 66, and I think he's probably putting a little pressure on himself. I mean, he is only 21, but it's been it's been a year and almost 2 years since he won it at the John Deere, and I think he's putting a little too much pressure on himself.
If you go back to that Masters when he went head-to-head with Bubba Watson down the stretch, he kind of got in his own way. I mean, you can see this kid wants it so bad that he's pressing, and he gets shaken up. I mean, he's talking to himself as soon as he gets in the back nine, if you watch the replay, he hits a bad shot, and he immediately starts to go, you know, right away he's upset, and he's got to mature, I think, is all it is. He wants it too bad. He's got to get out of his own way, and I think he'll figure that out, and I know he and his coach have talked about that, but it's one thing to talk about, it's another thing to do it.
You think he wins his second tour event this year?
I think he wins twice. I think he's going to be in the hunt at the majors again. His short game's so good. I mean, he's so good, not just with the putter, but he's so good around the greens. Hit a couple of chips yesterday at Pebble that just, you know, could have easily gone in the hole, both of them. And as long as you've got that short game and the nerves seem to be good, I think he'll be fine. And I'm going to say he's going to win at least twice.
Yeah, I almost think if he wins once, the floodgates might just completely open again, like we saw at the end of last year. So if he wins one, look out. This could turn into the year of Jordan Spieth.